They said the list didn't exist. They said it was all conspiracy theories. They said anyone asking questions was crazy. But now one of the world's richest men just pulled the pin on a grenade that could blow apart the entire political establishment. What started as a Twitter war between titans has morphed into something far more dangerous, an admission that changes everything. Now, the FBI denies it. The case is closed, but someone has seen what they claim doesn't exist. And that someone is now naming names that will make your blood run cold. The war for truth just went nuclear, and nobody is safe, so keep watching. Now, you probably think your 401k is safe, but it wasn't designed to make you wealthy. It was built to shift retirement costs and risk onto you, leaving your savings exposed to crashes, inflation, and chaos. But Americans are waking up and taking control with real assets like gold. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands secure their future by converting part of their 401k into a tax-advantaged gold IRA without penalties or headaches. It's safe, it's simple, and smart. Visit nextnewsgold.com to get your free wealth protection kit and discover how to safeguard your savings. That's nextnewsgold.com, your exit from the danger zone. And call that number on the screen, 877-646-5347. Tell Colin that Gary Franchi said hi. Would you do that for me? All right. Now, before I get into the mud, we need to talk about something crucial that everybody is missing in this Musk-Epstein bombshell. Now, people are asking, how could Elon possibly have seen these files? The FBI says they don't exist. Here's what Elon Musk posted just 24 hours ago. Bannon is in the Epstein file. But if there are no Epstein files, what did he see? Like I said, the FBI says they don't exist. Kash Patel confirmed he never got anything from the FBI. So how does Musk know what he knows? Well, here's what nobody is connecting. DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency. Now think about it. Elon wasn't just given some advisory role. He was granted unprecedented access to examine every penny of government spending, every contract, every payment, every investigation funded with taxpayer dollars. No oversight from DOJ, no restrictions from the FBI, just blanket authority from President Trump to follow the money wherever it leads. And here's the kicker. Elon had top secret clearance, full stop. He could access classified materials that would land you or me in federal prison just for glimpsing. So when Elon says that Bannon is in the Epstein files, he's not bluffing. He didn't walk into FBI headquarters demanding the files. No, he did something far more clever. He traced the money. Every dollar spent on the Epstein investigation, every payment to contractors, every expense report, every classified budget item. Think about what that means. Flight logs? Okay. The FAA? Yes, those flights were coordinated using government resources that are traceable. Security details? Government funded, traceable. Investigation expenses? Every hotel room, every surveillance operation, every witness interview, all paid for with money that Elon had the authority to track. He followed the breadcrumbs. And at the end of the trail, he found what they said didn't exist, the smoking gun. Now, this is not speculation. This was his job. DOGE was specifically created to root out waste, fraud, and abuse in government spending. Well, what's more fraudulent than hiding the most explosive blackmail operation in history while claiming it doesn't exist? Elon didn't need the FBI's permission. He didn't need their cooperation. He had something more powerful: the constitutional authority to examine how every tax dollar was spent. And buried in those expenditures, in those classified budgets, in those payment authorizations, he found the truth. So when he tweets that Bannon is in the files, he's not guessing. He has seen the receipts, literally. The paper trail that proves not only that the list exists, but who paid to keep it hidden, how much it cost, and whose names they were protecting. This is the Hail Mary moment. The establishment never thought that someone from the outside their club, would get this level of access. They never imagined a billionaire with top secret clearance would use government efficiency as a weapon to expose their darkest secrets, but that's exactly what happened. And now they're scrambling because Elon has the one thing they cannot deny, the financial proof of their cover-up. So the smoking gun isn't just the list. It's the money they spent to hide it. And Elon has every single receipt. So he posts this. Bannon is in the Epstein files. Now, what does that exactly mean? It doesn't mean that Bannon was doing things with children. It doesn't mean he's guilty of anything. But Elon has made a declarative statement right here. Now, keep in mind that Elon Musk made the very same statement about Donald J. Trump. Now, he had since retracted that statement and apologized to the President of the United States. But I haven't seen a retraction from this one yet. But it has lit a fuse that is leading to a powder keg that is about to ignite. I mean, here's what Elon said just 5 days ago. See, sadly, I wasn't always paying attention. I don't always pay attention to the inner workings and drama that goes on between different egos and personalities. It's really not something that I do. But something at this level now has caught my attention, and I got to bring it to your attention. He said this 5 days ago. The fat drunken slob called Bannon will go back to prison, and this time for a long time. He has a lifetime of crime to pay for. I mean, think about that. That was 5 days ago. Here's Cat Turd, okay? Cat Turd, I love following this account. He said this 22 hours ago. Now, we reported on what Elon said about Bannon yesterday. But again, this is a developing story. The Elon, Bannon, Epstein file story is not over. Catturd says, I'm going to say it one more time. Elon Musk said Steve Bannon and Donald Trump are on the Epstein list. That means Elon Musk has seen the official Epstein list. Now, I explained to you just how he could have seen that list. Catturd goes on to say, he says he knows, so why won't Elon tell us who is on the Epstein list? Elon could clear this up right now. What is he waiting for? Well, maybe he's waiting for the right moment. When you have that level of hard evidence against top level elite, I don't think you just run around blasting every single name. It's almost like he's drip feeding it to us. Here he said this, Elon Musk 4 days ago, prison for Bannon. 23 hours ago, this was the original Cat Turd post. Elon Musk said Donald Trump and Steve Bannon are on the Epstein list. That means, according to him, he's seen the Epstein list. He just stated his new party is about to expose the Epstein list. He's admitting that he's seen it and knows who's on it. So why isn't he telling us who's on it? One more time, he's saying he knows who's on it. I'm all ears. Put up or shut up. The other day when I was talking about the America Party that Elon Musk had created, I said, oh, come on, Elon, you can't be serious. You're not going to go anywhere with this party. But then it dawned on me, he doesn't need to go anywhere with this party. He can just use the party as a hammer, as leverage against the Republicans, against the Democrats, against whoever he wants to try to pull votes away from, wherever he wants to get leverage into a specific bill passage or something done. Okay, guys, I'm going to shut down the America Party. Thank you. Thank you for playing. And thank you for passing that bill. You see how the game plays? See, I didn't think that big at first, but then it dawned on me. I said, this is all about leverage. MAGA Kitty. Now, did you hear about this? Linda Yaccarino, who is the head of, or was the head of X, the CEO, has resigned. Now, this was posted 6 hours ago. Here's Steve Bannon and Jack Posobiec talking about X. And no doubt Steve Bannon has heard what Elon has been posting about him. Listen.
And keep him under control. Blockbuster news coming in even as we speak. Linda Yaccarino steps down as CEO of Elon Musk Twitter or X. Hey, Linda, You can run, baby, but you can't hide. You're not going to hide from the lawsuits, girl. We know why you're stepping down and why you're running. Okay, we understand why you're stepping down and why you're running. That Elmo's out of control. Sorry, baby. That came with the job. You took the job. You took the pay. You took the warrants. You took the stock options. You took all, the hundreds of millions of dollars you're going to make. No. If you can't keep Elmo in the nursery and keep him under control, you're going to pay a price. You are going to pay a price. It doesn't matter that you're resigning today, baby. The whole scam over there, the whole complete scam of Elmo is going to be taken apart brick by brick. Okay, brick by brick, all of it. You will be stunned at what you will find out.
Oh, yeah. So you hear Bannon is clearly threatening Elon Musk. He's going to destroy Elon. He's saying right here, I'm going to destroy, or not maybe him, but that X is going to be destroyed. By who? I don't know, but that's the threat. I mean, the words going back and forth between Elon Musk and Steve Bannon, I really wasn't paying that close attention to until I saw him reply to Roger Stone yesterday. Ramesh says Elon Musk and Steve Bannon are in a public slap fight, trading threats of prison, deportation, and name-calling. It's billionaire versus the political strategist in a cage match of words, and we are all here for the memes. Yes, you got to love the memes. They do kind of add some levity to this. Gene Robinson writes, if Steve Bannon is in the Epstein X files and Elon Musk is the one saying it, yet the case was just declared closed with no further criminal activity acknowledged, then this isn't just bizarre. This is a cover-up unfolding in real time. Now, going back to the America First Party, 5 days ago, Real America's Voice, Steve Bannon's War Room. Steve Bannon weighing in on the America First Party and trashing Elon Musk again. So keep in mind, this is 5 days ago. And then around the same time, we have Elon Musk calling him a fat slob, a liar, who's going to go to prison, all these things. Here. Where's the... I just had it. Here it is. No, that's not it. Here. Sorry. Here it is.
No, brother, you're the fool, the buffoon, Elmo the Mook, formerly known as Elon Musk, Elmo the Mook. He's today in another smear, and this only a foreigner could do this. Think about it. He's got up on Twitter right now a poll about starting an America party, a non-American starting an America party. No, brother, you're not an American. You're a South African.
Okay, that fact may be true, but I don't think there's anything wrong. If you are a citizen of this country, you have become a citizen of this country, I think you have the right to create a political party. I don't think that's a crime. Bannon, I think, has another idea here.
And if we take enough time and prove the facts of that, you should be deported because it's a crime of what you did, among many.
A crime? A crime starting a political party? I don't know. Never heard about that, but maybe there's something there.
But the audacity today with President Trump on a roll using democratic procedures, as messy as they are, and they're messy, and the compromises you have to make, because you have to make compromises, I know, which many in the audience here don't like, including myself, but hey, that's the way it is. Let's push forward what we got, and we'll get more later.
Now, of course, he's talking about the big, beautiful bill. Of course, Elon Musk had a huge problem with that. Real raw news. If Elon Musk claims people like Trump and Bannon are all over the Epstein files, he must show the proof. So far, he's shown nothing, engaged only in innuendo and character assassination. If he's truly seen the Epstein files as proof, let's see it. Again, I explained just how he could have seen it or have taken possession of it through his DOGE investigations. Follow the money. Now, Laura Loomer made this post here. So many people are so quick to abandon President Trump. It's sad to see. Once you understand how much gatekeeping happens around Trump, you understand he is not the problem, it's the gatekeepers. And it's hard to see unless you get to see it up close in person multiple times. So Laura Loomer makes this post. Adam Lowitz quote tweets her. He says, listen to Laura. This was exactly what my inside source leaked to me about the White House. The gatekeepers around Trump are the ones who are completely destroying his administration right now. They're also the ones that intentionally orchestrated a split between Trump and Elon. If you want to know why so few influencers are speaking out, it's because these gatekeepers control a lot more than you realize. No one wants to lose their access to the inner circle, which is why everyone is keeping their head down. So, do you hear what Adam is saying here? He's building upon what Laura Loomer revealed about the gatekeepers. Now, we know, we saw it in 2016. Trump was criticized for it over and over again about the people he surrounds him with. Who are these people? Can you name the people in Trump's inner circle? Most of us can only name cabinet members. But who are the advisors? Who are the people whispering in Trump's ear? I mean, sure, we have Susie Wiles, who's the chief of staff, right? But you know there are other people around. Honestly, I don't even personally know. I've been to the White House. I've covered the White House. I've been on foreign trips with the President of the United States. I can't name all these people. But Adam is building upon what Laura is saying. And think about it in the dynamic of what we're seeing now. Elon Musk and Steve Bannon are going to war against each other on a mission to destroy each other completely. Who is going to win? Who is in the inner circle? I mean, if there's anyone that was as close as Trump as you could be, it was Steve Bannon. He was right there next to him, 2016, helping run his campaign. Steve Bannon has a deep, ingrained pedigree with that man, with that president, with that campaign, with that administration. Elon, he only came around in this last election, and he came around hard, and he helped President Trump win. There's no question about it. He was one of the instrumental people to help Trump win. Of course, we were as well here at the Next News Network with our reporting. But we all play a role. So if there's anyone we can, at one point, say here, who are the people in the inner circle, Steve Bannon clearly is a member of that inner circle. Is he a member of that inner circle right now? I don't know. Does he still have Trump's ear? I'm sure if he picked up the phone and called, Donald Trump would answer. But right now, Steve Bannon is leveraging his media empire to do the work that needs to be done. And right now, some of that work is focused, laser focused on destroying Elon. And of course, Elon Musk is throwing it right back. And he's dropping the big bomb, declaring that Bannon is in the Epstein files, with no further context. But what Adam Lowitz is saying is that clearly there was a man. We remember we saw this. Do you remember this? We saw the media starting to parrot, trying to drive a wedge between Elon and Trump. We reported on it. It was clear as day. They were trying to fracture it back right early on. But we got ahead of it. And eventually, something happened. Something broke. Someone or something was successful in driving that wedge between Elon and Trump. And personally, we need to get these guys back at the same table. We need to get them working together. One of the richest men in the world and the most powerful man in the world, they need to bury this hatchet and come back together to save this country. And now Elon has America Party. He's got some serious leverage. Think about it. If Elon Musk decides, he's going to start throwing millions upon millions upon millions of dollars into that America party. Now, we laugh when CNN says it's only 4%, right? We laugh. We joke. Ha, 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 only 4%. You're not going to go anywhere with that party, Elon. Okay. But when Elon drops $30 million behind it and does a full court press campaign, and you see it on every billboard and every commercial, every radio, every social media ad, Elon Musk recruiting people from both sides of the aisle, suddenly there's leverage. And it could, in fact, grow into be a serious threat that Elon Musk could wield like a hammer. And think about 2026 midterms are around the corner. The Republicans cannot lose. If they lose the House, you could say goodbye to any America First agenda. You can guarantee impeachment proceedings and committee hearings. Every single member of Trump's administration going to get dragged in front of committee, dragged through the mud. All the cheerleading and celebration that we've had these last 6 months, gone. So Elon Musk building up this party, building up his leverage right ahead of the midterms is a serious threat. And the only way to neutralize that threat is to get these guys back to the table so we can win the midterms. But first you have to rout out the snakes who are creating the rift between Elon and Trump. And the only high-level people we can see, because Bannon has Trump's ear, Bannon clearly hates Elon Musk, doesn't trust him as far as he can throw him. I mean, here he is. Here's Steve Bannon in March of 2023. Calling Elon Musk a total and complete phony. Now, of course, Bannon is free to say whatever he wants. If he has the receipts, bring them. But to what end does it serve?
Musk is a total on there. Oh yeah, no. He's owned by the Chinese Communist Party. What are you talking about? Tesla. His only thing of real value is Tesla. He uses it for margin loans. He sells the stock. The Shanghai joint venture is 100% controlled by the CCP. This is why he never goes after the CCP. This is why he always backs off. This is when they had the protest. They had the protest about the lockdowns of COVID. He will not do it. Elon Musk is a total and complete phony. He is in bed in a business partner. He's done some good stuff, letting stuff out, with Taibbi and others. It's fine. But he is owned lock, stock, and barrel by the Chinese Communist Party, and he acts like it.
There was a story recently that they warned him to stop talking about lab leak.
100%.
He's got, I think there was
They wanted him to take down the tweets he did the first time. Now, he didn't take them down, but you notice he didn't have any more up there after that.
And I wonder if he said, okay, I won't tweet more about it. But here's the issue I see with the CCP in the United States, and if the United States falters, if this fourth.
By the way, the CCP Chinese companies are all in the Silicon Valley Bank.
Oh yeah,
that's another thing they're already talking about. We think maybe up to a third of those innovative companies may be CCP on there. Oh yeah.
So you just saw that. That was posted on June 5th, just a month ago. Caroline Wren, Steve Bannon in March of 23. Here is Dominic Michael Trippi, 74,000 followers. Who's Caroline Wren? 35,000 followers. Okay, so Dominic says, Steve Bannon on Elon Musk, you're a war profiteer. You're not an American.
Elon Musk, once again, brother, I'm smart enough to tell you no to your face, and I'm evil enough to be able to expose you as a running dog for the greatest enemy this nation's ever had. You're a war profiteer. You're sleeping with the enemy, brother, and you've been doing it because you're not an American nationalist. You're not even an American. All you are is a globalist, okay? A globalist. Elon Musk.
Now, is Steve Bannon saying these things because he knows what Elon knows? What Elon just tweeted when he replied to Roger Stone? Why? I mean, of course, we do not want anything to do with the communist Chinese. Elon Musk says prison for Bannon. Keep going here. Here, another one. June 5th. Bannon is peak retard. One day ago, is it me or does Elon Musk and Steve Bannon absolutely hate each other? Cat turd. 24 hours ago. Oh, yes, they hate each other. And why? Is it because Elon is in bed with the Chinese, or is it because Elon knows what's in the Epstein files? As we reported yesterday, Elon Musk claims Steve Bannon is in the Epstein files. Yesterday, the FBI denied the existence of such a list. Roger Stone was the original post that Elon replied to. Roger Stone said, why would Bannon meet with Jeffrey Epstein both at his New York home and in Paris after Epstein was convicted on sex crimes in Florida? Great question. Why would he coach Epstein for his 60 Minutes appearance? I would love to know. Maybe we can get Steve Bannon here and we can ask the question. I honestly want to know. I'm sure there's a great answer for that. But Elon Musk begs to differ, replying, because Bannon is in the Epstein files. Now, again, that doesn't mean that Bannon was doing anything with children. We do know that Bannon has an interview that he did with Epstein. I haven't seen it. Supposedly it was like 15 hours of video or something. I have not seen it. I think it would open up a lot of eyes. I know we've seen parts of it. I remember seeing the first time I saw like a few seconds of it, I was shocked. Because I'm like, what the hell is Bannon doing with Epstein? Interviewing him. I want to see the whole thing. Keep going along here. Here we have more. Look at all this. This is June 6th is when Elon Musk went savage on Bannon. Bannon is criminal. Bannon is communist retard. Bannon is going back to prison, this time for a long time. In March 11th, 2023, he was replying to Matt Gaetz and Tim Kass. I used to think Bannon was smart and evil, but now I realize I was wrong about the first part. Blanche Victoria. Did Elon Musk have access to the files, if any? Billionaire techie turned political provocateur Elon Musk has launched another salvo at MAGA World by claiming former Trump advisor Steve Bannon is implicated in the Jeffrey Epstein files. Look at the right side of your screen at the bottom. This is another one from June 6th, the day after he went nuclear on Bannon. Bannon advocates crime because he is a criminal. Elon was replying to Shadow of Ezra. What's the original post? Shadow of Ezra writes, Bannon is telling President Trump to invoke the Defense Production Act and seize control of SpaceX from Elon Musk with the stroke of an executive order. The Defense Production Act is a powerful federal law that allows the U.S. government to take over private assets and industries deemed critical to national security, typically used during wars, disasters, or major crises. So Bannon telling Trump, so clearly Bannon still has Trump's ear, never thought he'd lost it. I mean, Bannon went to prison. Bannon's telling President Trump to invoke the Defense Production Act and seize control of SpaceX.
That President Trump should be taking immediately, I think, when he threatens to take one of the big programs out of SpaceX. President Trump tonight should sign an executive order calling for the Defense Production Act to be called in SpaceX and seize SpaceX tonight before midnight.
I mean, think about what Bannon just said there. He's talking about seizing Elon Musk's businesses, where he makes these amazing rockets that are caught by chopsticks. I mean, when you have the president's ear and you make advisory statements like that at this level, at this top of the game, oh man, there's no messing around. And it's no wonder that Elon Musk says Bannon advocates crime because he's a criminal. Okay, speaking of those 15 hours, Shadow of Ezra writes, in 2019, Steve Bannon recorded over 15 hours of interviews with Jeffrey Epstein. He was accused of media training Epstein for a 60 Minutes interview that never happened, but claimed he was filming an 8 to 10 hour documentary instead. The documentary never came out. Why? How come we've never seen it? That would probably be one of the most explosive interviews of our lifetime. Organized Chaos writes, Bannon is on the right side of this. Elon has always joined for selfish purposes. Anyone that can't see that is retarded. Baby Blue, both red and blue are blackened by Epstein. That is why both blue and red fight for its exposure so viciously. Do you understand the dynamic that's happening here? This is high-level political maneuvering. Elon makes the claim that Bannon's on the list. Bannon trying to tell Trump to seize his businesses, to seize Elon's businesses, revoke his citizenship. These are not small threats. Steve Bannon on Elon Musk.
The guy gets up and starts tweeting the most vicious stuff you could tweet. So all the fanboys defend this. He accused President Trump of basically being a group with those pedophiles on the island. He called for the president to be impeached and J.D. Vance to take his role. As hard as we've worked in all the years that we've worked and this audience has worked, some punk is going to sit there and go, he should be impeached. The guy gets up and starts tweeting.
Is it just me? Or does Elon Musk and Steve Bannon absolutely hate each other? George Santos says, I hope Steve Bannon sues the shit out of Elon Musk for defamation. Elon Musk, Bannon is peak retard. Elon Musk, here he is on June 10th. Bannon is such a retarded liar, dumber than a doorstop. SpaceX revenue this year will be $15.5 billion, and NASA only has $1.1 billion. For the NASA revenue, SpaceX does all astronaut transport to the space station at roughly half the cost of Boeing, who thus far has failed to complete a single astronaut back and had to be rescued by SpaceX. It wasn't some gift. If Bannon's dumb as F reasoning made any sense, then anyone who bought products from any company would automatically own that company. Bannon is truly peak retard. Where does it end? I think we need to find out what's going on with the gatekeepers that Laura Loomer are talking about, the people driving the wedge between Trump and Musk. We need to get Trump and Musk back to the table. We need to find out what Elon has seen and how he saw it. I mean, he said with his America Party, he's going to reveal the Epstein files that the FBI said don't exist. Remember when Trump said this?
Fortunately, but a lot of big people went to that island. But fortunately, I was not one of them.
It's just very strange for a lot of people that the list of clients that went to the island has not been made public.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? Probably will be, by the way. Probably.
So if you're able to, you'll be...
Yeah, I'd certainly take a look at it. Now, Kennedy's interesting because it's so many years ago. You know, they do that for danger, too, because, you know, it endangers certain people, et cetera, et cetera. So Kennedy is very different from the Epstein thing. But, yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
No problem
But
with
a lot
it.
of
President Trump said he had no problem with it, and suddenly there is no list. Liz Wheeler was speaking with Chris Cuomo. I still am shocked that Chris Cuomo is doing what he's doing these days. Liz Wheeler says Pam Bondi bragged about personally making the cover of the Epstein files binders before handing them out to influencers. Wheeler was one of those influencers, and now she's furious.
The doubt. You give the benefit of. I was at the White House that day when Pam Bondi gave out those white binders. I was one of the ones who received that binder. So when you say before I'm invested in this, yeah, I am invested in this because what she did made me look like I was adding to some kind of clickbait weirdo influencer thing online, which I don't do. People that watch me know I'm very prudent. I don't engage in hot takes. And I gave her the benefit of the doubt. You give the benefit of the doubt to people on your own side. I thought, okay, I don't know why she gave us those binders if she didn't have good stuff in those binders, but she said there was another story. A whistleblower told her there were truckloads of documents. Hopefully she'll produce. And I gave her time. I was patient. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. But here's the thing, Chris. That day in the White House, Pam Bondi bragged about making that cover sheet on that binder that you're showing on the screen. That cover sheet that reads the most transparent administration in history. Epstein files phase 1. She told us she made that. She printed it. She put it in that binder. How can you square that behavior with what she posted on the Department of Justice website on Sunday saying, actually, there's nothing here? I was at the White House.
The cover of the binder said, Epstein files phase 1. Turns out there was no phase 2. But maybe it's Elon Musk who has phase 2. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. Now, this matters because Elon is not bluffing. He has the receipts through DOGE. He traced every dollar spent into the Epstein investigation. That's what I believe. Of course, remember, he had top secret clearance and unlimited authority to examine government spending. He found what they spent millions of dollars hiding. Flight logs paid with tax dollars, security details funded by government contracts, investigation expenses that led straight to the list. So when Musk says Bannon and Trump are in those files, he's not tweeting rumors. He's seen the financial proof. That's what I believe. Now, the FBI can deny all they want, but they can't hide the money trail. So this isn't about who visited an island anymore. It's about a massive cover-up funded with your money. So here's my question. Now that we know how Elon got the files, is it time for phase 2 to release everything? Drop a yes or no in the comments. If you want to support our work here, the Next News Network, you want to trigger a liberal today, go to shop.nextnewsnetwork.com, because when government efficiency becomes a weapon for truth, the deep state's days are numbered.